So, welcome back to another episode of Whiskies. So, today we are in our final four blind battle of the Buffalo Trace, the easily accessible whiskeys. Now, what are we talking about? Well, the final four we have here is you got the Eagle Rare 10 year, we got the Blanton single barrel, we have the E.H. Taylor small batch, and the Weller 107. Now, these four whiskeys beat the other easy accessible Buffalo Trace whiskeys. And I would say the easiest one to find in Michigan is no doubt the Eagle Rare. That seemed to be pretty much standard throughout every state. I think Eagle Rare is pretty much the easiest one to find. But which one tastes the best? Well, that's what we're going to find out. So I read the comments. People wanted to see the E.H. Taylor versus the Weller 107, and they wanted to see the Eagle Rare versus the Blantons. And that's probably had a lot to do with the proof point, because this one is 107 proof. And I already wrote on the bottom here, that's the E.H. Taylor. I wrote E.H. on the bottom of that one. Then I wrote W7 on the bottom of this one. So that's where we're going to go ahead and pour it up. We're going to pour the Weller 107 in here. And we're going to pour E.H. Taylor in this one. Which one do you think is going to win? Write down in the comments. Which one is your favorite? What is your favorite standard Buffalo Trace whiskey? Would like to know. Let's find out. All right. So let's go ahead and get to it. Let's get to the nose on this one. Oh man, that smells good. So I'm getting a wave of honey come through on this one. Like a cinnamon or a candy cane. Maybe a little apple. It's a good nose there. All right, so this one here, let's see what this one is. Oh man. Once you get past the ethanol, it's a cinnamon stick. And maybe a little bit of vanilla and some caramel. So the nose winner, I'm gonna have to say this one. This nose is incredible. This one's more in your face nose. Although that ethanol comes through, it's still pushing those flavor notes through. So which one has the better flavor on the palate? Which really what matters the most anyway, right? Let's go ahead and find out. First glass, my left hand. Man, that is really good. Yeah. Taste a little bit of that cinnamon, a little bit of, it's like a little apple note comes through there. There is some pepper. So it's a little sting, a little rice spices. Yeah. That's a really good whiskey. That's a well done, well balanced, delicious whiskey. That's where Buffalo Trace really shines, is they do phenomenal jobs really on all of their stuff. But especially these. These are really good whiskeys here. All right, so let's go to my right hand. Yeah, that's good too. But this one is like cinnamon forward. It's got like a little cherry note in there. It's hot. Caramel, cinnamon, cherry, and maybe a little smidget of vanilla, right? So you get a little bit of those traditional bourbon notes in there, but it's really heavy on the cinnamon. And I'm going to say it's more like a candy cane. Both of these are phenomenal, but in my humble opinion, the winner of this blind battle, just based off of taste, is this one here. Which one do I think it is? I could be wrong, but I believe this is the E.H. Taylor, which I'm kind of surprised. If I'm wrong, I'll be surprised if I'm wrong. But yeah, this E.H. Taylor, if it's the E.H. Taylor, it is phenomenal. So let's go ahead and find out. Okay, yeah. I'm about to say, oh, like E.H. Taylor. That's E.H. And this should be W7. Yep. Weller 107. So the E.H. Taylor beat out the Weller 107. This one is going into the championship round. Man, this is really good. Got some beautiful notes on there. The apple, the caramel comes through. Had a little rice spices, a little peppery on the tongue there. Maybe a little black licorice. Let's see. Yeah, like a little sweet black licorice that note too as well. Man, it was good. E.H. Taylor's the winner. That's round one. Next one is going to be Blanton's versus the Eagle Rare. So give me a moment. We're going to change out the stickers here, rinse out the glasses, and we'll come back in the second round.
Moments later.
All right, so we are back. Now we're going to do Blanton's BT versus the Eagle Rare ER up against each other, and that's what we have here. So Blanton's will go on this particular bottle, in this particular glass, which is a single barrel. And this E.H. Taylor, which is also a single barrel-ish. Basically, it's a single barrel, but what happens is once they get down to the last part of the barrel, they may have, one bottle may have more than one particular whiskey. So it may be one, but generally speaking, these are both single barrels. They call it single barrel-ish. Eagle Rare versus Blanton's. Which one do you think is going to win? Well, let's find out. We're trying to find out which one is the best whiskey. Eagle Rare versus Blanton's. Which one do you enjoy more? Well, let's go ahead and start with our right hand. Let's see what this one is. It smells good. Man. Yeah, a little bit of traditional bourbon notes. I'm getting a little oak on the nose. Looks like a little cocoa as well. So this nose here, let's see. Okay, it's a little spicier in the nose. A little more ethanol coming through. Okay. So to me, nose is this one won. Let's see how the palate goes. Let's go taste this one first. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, the flavor is on this one is really, really good. You get a little cinnamon, you get a little bit of orange itself, not peel, but like orange. Tasting the orange flavor on this one. A little bit of caramel. I think I know what this one is, based off of what I know from me understanding what I have here. All right, let's go to this one. Matter of fact, let me cleanse my palate. Let me get a fair take. Let's see. Yeah, man. That's really good. Yeah. It's funny, the fruit notes that I get from these two particular whiskeys. I get a grape from this one and I get orange from this one. This one's a little bit more softer. A little bit of brown sugar comes through, a little vanilla. It's got a little oak in there. So I think this one is the Eagle Rare because this is a 10-year whiskey. So generally speaking, if you got something that's sitting in the barrel for 10 years, you're going to get a little more tannins. Both of them are really good. This is tough because this was really a phenomenal Eagle Rare. And this is really a phenomenal Blanton's. Which one do I enjoy more? I think I know which one is which. Let me go back in for a second sip just to confirm which one I really enjoy. Yeah, this is really good, man. This bottle is really good. Mm. Mm. Okay, man. I'm just gotta be honest. Which one I think is better? So, which one I think won? I'm gonna say this one. This one won. Which one do I think it is? I think it's the Eagle Rare. There's just more flavor comes through on it. It's a little bit more. You get a little bit more like grape notes. It's got the caramel, a little bit of brown sugar note that comes through here, and there's some oak, some sweet oak, and you can taste the age on this one here. This one may be a little bit more balanced, a little bit smoother, which is surprising because this one is a little bit higher proof. This one wins out today. Maybe on a different day, this one will win, but I'm going to say this one wins. I think it's the Eagle Rare, but I've been wrong before. Now, I actually would probably be happy if the Blantons won, right? Because I paid a little bit more money for the Blantons than I did actually, you know what? This one was a gift. So I forgot about that. This particular bottle was a gift. So let's go ahead and see which one won. Yep. Eagle Rare. This Eagle Rare bottle right here. This one in particular is really delicious. Now, not all Eagle Rares taste the same because, like I said, they're like single barrels. This one could be a single barrel or could be a single barrel plus, meaning that it could possibly have two different barrels in it, but it's at the very least single barrel-ish. Very good. You get a strong grape note on it. You get a little brown sugar, a little vanilla, little caramel. Oak tannins are coming through, balanced with a little sweet, like a little brown sugar that ride that oak, little sweet oak. I really enjoy it. All right, so there we have it. So what is our final two? I'm actually surprised. I really thought that the Blantons will be running up against the Weller 107, but it's just the opposite today for me. Eagle Rare versus the E.H. Taylor Small Batch. Now, I'm going solely based off flavor. I'm not going to go off what one is the higher proof, which flavor comes through more. That's which one is going to win this blind. That's what you have to tune in next week to find out the best easily accessible Buffalo Trace whiskey. Let's find out next week. Thank y'all for joining another episode of Whiskeys. And like we always say, please drink responsibly and moderately. We're going to make a little cocktail. That's good. Wow.